So, UFC heavyweight Jailton Almeida just called out Tom Aspinall. And I want to address that and just the whole heavyweight situation as a whole. Um, so, here's the thing, I'm a John Jones fan. I think he's the GOAT. Bite me, okay? I think he's the GOAT. I'm a fan of him. I like how he fights in the octagon. I am a fan of him in the octagon. Outside of the octagon, he has done terrible stuff, and I don't support the human being he has been outside of the octagon. Inside, he is a force of fucking nature, a fearsome one at that. That being said, it gets to a point. John is holding up an entire UFC weight class. It comes to a point in time where something has to be done. Tom Aspinall needs a title shot. Uh, and it's, look, again. This still adds to my point about me not being a fan of John outside of the octagon, because outside of the octagon, he's just been greedy, petty, and doesn't want to make a move. I think it's a money thing. A lot of people are saying he's still calling for more money. Whatever it is, he needs to be stripped. He needs to be stripped of the belt. It's been too long. Tom Aspinall is sitting on his fucking hands, waiting for a unified belt that is still not arrived yet. John needs to fight Tom. It's been enough time. It's been enough time. Something needs to happen. John either needs to be stripped or contracts need to be signed immediately. The fight needs to happen this year, and it preferably needs to happen in the summer. We shouldn't need to wait till the fall of 2025 or even the beginning of 2026 for this fight. The heavyweight division needs to move on, and there needs to be a single champion in that division, okay? So we can get an influx, we can get a flow of fighters in and out. We could get more fights, we could get, better fights. Things just need to fucking keep moving, and they're currently not. I don't know where the fuck Tom is going. Tom's holding on to a interim belt, and fighters in the upper echelon of the heavyweight weight class are winning fights, and they have nowhere to go. They have nowhere to go. For example, Sergey Pavlovich just beat Rosenstrike. Rosenstrike got cut. All right, whatever. Where the fuck does Sergey go? Does Sergey fight Jailton Almeida? I don't really think so, but maybe we can do that fight. I think the best fight, I think what should happen moving forward, and I doubt this will happen because I think the UFC is still caught up in this, ode to John. What should happen, if John's not willing to play ball, he gets stripped, okay? Still retires as the GOAT. I still think he's the GOAT, regardless of the whole drug thing, whatever, regardless of John being a-hole outside of the octagon. What he's done inside is nothing short of fucking amazing. He's still the GOAT. Strip him, take the belt, give it to Tom. Tom's the unified champion. Get Jailton up there. Jailton fights Tom. There you go. That's what happens. Jailton is the next one to fight Tom. Or Cyril. Maybe you do Cyril versus Jailton to see who really is the next guy up. But maybe you do Cyril Gane first, and then you do Jailton after. Or, since Sergey Pavlovich just beat Rosenstrike, maybe you do Jailton versus Sergey Pavlovich. You give Cyril his title shot. If Cyril loses, you do the winner of Jailton versus Pavlovich. Either way, we got to do things to keep this heavyweight division moving. It's been way too damn stagnant. don't know what the fuck is going on. John recently, and this has been the straw that broke the camel's back for myself. And I understand, oh, it's late. Oh, you're too much of a John fan. Whatever the fuck, bite me. I don't give a fuck. The thing that has now made me start saying John needs to be stripped is that John was teasing some big announcement, I think last week, some announcement. Oh, by midnight tonight or by tomorrow, I'm making this big announcement after big announcement. The announcement has nothing to do with fighting. It has nothing to do with the UFC. It's about him and an organization. Mind you, the organization is something that's positive and gives back to the community and to people that need things, unfortunate people. I get it. Still, you got a job to do. You're working a job. You're an employee still. You're a fighter. You got to fight. It's either you fight or you retire. And John retiring again, I think it's still a win for him. It's still a ride into the sunset. It's still retirement in goatship. But John's got to do it because Tom, this is wasting away years for Tom. This is wasting away good time for Tom. This is wasting away title defenses and added things to one's legacy for Tom. It's unfair to Tom. And I understand a lot of people will say, oh, this is late. Tom has been waiting for a title shot. I get it. But John did deserve some time to fucking make a decision. I'm saying the time is now up. And it's especially up after pulling some bullshit saying you have an announcement. And then, the announcement is basically has nothing to do with your job. So now it's me saying it's time to give it up. Get stripped or retire. But again, unfortunately, it all comes down to Dana. And as we all know by now, Dana is absolutely transfixed by John. He is in a trance. He's in a John Jones trance. A lot of people are making gay jokes and shit like that about it. I don't condone any of that. I think we just call it like it is. Dana feels indebted to John. I somewhat understand because once again, John is the GOAT. He's had a lot of amazing fights, and no doubt made the UFC some real good money. So I get it. He also has caused a lot of problems, though. Again, the drug usage, the partying, the steroids. There's a lot of negatives to it too. But again, I would argue there's a whole lot of fucking positives too. And he has been a conqueror in the octagon. But again, bottom line, this is it. Unfortunately, like I said, we're nothing likely will be happening until John decides so. But what should happen is that John gets stripped and that we get this division back into motion. We get Tom his title fight against Cyril, and then we get the next guy up in a fight between Almeida and Pavlovich. We get things moving again, is what I'm saying. But yeah, bottom line, whether it's late or not, who gives a fuck? John's still the GOAT in my eyes. He just needs to make a decision. And he's never been that great of a person outside the octagon. But inside, I'm still in awe of what he's done. And no doubt he is the greatest of all time in the octagon. In the octagon. Overall, you let me know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, subscribe. I love you guys. And I'll see y'all in the next.